What is your name, age, if you don't mind sharing, major, and when did you start attending HAC?
My name is Yahaira Rodriguez, but everybody either calls me Jay or Yaya. I'm 32 years old. I started attending HAC last year in the fall semester, and the original purpose I was going here was for respiratory therapy, but I ended up in the EMT paramedic program.
What led you to begin your journey to go to HAC?
I wanted to be able to provide for my son, even though I have great family members. I didn't want to have to depend on other people, and the career I had and the degree I had before were being outsourced, so it wasn't anything stable. And I have always been told, make sure you have a trade, because that's one thing they can't take away from you or outsource.
What were your fears when you started your journey to obtain your degree? What worried you or gave you anxiety the most when you started your journey?
My biggest fears were I wouldn't be able to find a babysitter for my son, and not just a babysitter that knows how to deal with his needs. And I was worried that I would have to either not be able to take a class a semester because it ran nights or weekends, or I was going to fall behind because I couldn't go part-time. And when clinicals start, how was I going to meet my hours at the hospital if I didn't have adequate daycare?
What were some of your hardest times that you don't mind sharing while attending college, and what helped you get through that barrier?
The hardest time for me was time management. With my son being autistic, there were so many appointments and therapy sessions, but then you have finals and you have midterm and papers to write and research that you need to do, and you still got to go home and cook and clean. So those were the hardest things to do, just managing your time.
If you could recommend the KEYS program to someone, how would you describe our service to students?
Their services are helpful. There's more than one option. It's not like you have to do it this way. If this doesn't work for you, I have been great at finding like a plan B, plan C, plan D.
Who was your main point of contact in KEYS, and how did their support impact your success in college?
Besides you and Kathy, besides Tuvia, it's been great because, like I said, there's been times where I just didn't know what my next step was going to be, if I had to take a semester off or what I was going to do next. But both really just made options, and the constant emails, and I could call you whenever. That always, made me feel better.
What qualities stick out most about our program?
The fact that the people who work in the program are compassionate. There's no judgment, the fact that you're helpful and understanding, helpful, and compassionate.
Okay, so graduation came and went.
Yes.
And your last final is on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your emotions right now as you think about finally being finished and sticking to the hard work and obtaining your goal?
It's a little bittersweet. You get used to being in school for a year and a half, and that's all that becomes your routine. And I had a career, and I worked before this, but now it's like going back into the workforce, and then I had to change schedules. I don't have that extra time during the day with Ethan. So you're happy you're done with school because that means no more papers, no more studying. But at the same time too, it's like that's what and now you gotta go back into the unknown, and it's like, job hunting, new people, work.
What are some things that you would have done differently as a HAC student?
I guess research more. But as I said, I originally came for respiratory therapy, but you kind of, when you come into the program, you go into school, you think, okay, this is what I want to do with life, and there's nothing that's gonna bother me. But I knew my weaknesses, and like chemistry is one of my weaknesses. I took the course twice, couldn't pass it. And had I been more honest with myself, I wouldn't have wasted the time and the money trying to force a class that I knew I always struggled with, and there's so many allied health programs. I kind of just started with the nursing program and done that, and I kind of finished that last semester. But everything's a learning experience. You gotta take the good with the bad. But yeah, I had done that differently.
As you reflect right now on your past, the struggles, the high and low points in your life, what does it mean to be at this point in your life right now? At the starting point of being able to have a degree and a career to exceed in?
It just means I have possibilities. I mean, now I'm not pigeonholed to one thing. I could, with that degree, I could work in the back of an ambulance. I could work in the hospital. I could work private practice. And I don't have to just be an EMT. I could be an emergency room tech. So it's the flexibility, but also the options of, having some control over my life again.
Who would you like to thank for supporting you through this journey?
I'd like to support you, Ray. I would like to thank Kathy. I would like to thank my son. And in all honesty, I've been to other colleges when I was living in New York, but the professors, the thing I like about them here, it wasn't just, here's my email, that's it. They gave you their email. I had a few that gave me their address and their cell phone number. If they had their office hours, you could just come in. I had popped up in so many people's offices, just unannounced, and they still made time for me. So that was a huge help.
Do you have any advice for key students?
Meet your hours. Do not get kicked out of the program for something that's dumb as not turning in your papers or not meeting your hours, because it's a great program. There's a lot of people that I've spoken to and they didn't even know this program exists. So, there's people that wish they had the opportunity that you're getting right now, and especially the help you're getting too. Don't mess it up.